I'm a coach where, all our work as coaches is done off the court and, away from the main games, and then it's up to them, really.
Awesome, MJ. Well, hopefully you don't have to get too fired up tonight. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, let's take a closer look, well, a first look actually, at the starting sevens for today's game. Who are you looking at in particular, Scar?
Well, I definitely will be keeping my eye on Walkato and Weki. I think that they always seem to have a good game against each other, and without that height diff, it'll be a good one to watch. And in the mid-court, it's another Silver Fern spot battle between Earl and Kirsten. And another one I'm looking forward to seeing is Karaka up against Ignacio. Some experience there, so who will come out on top, we will soon see.
We will. Lots of experience there. And Amy Christophers, she could come off the bench for the Magic, a defender, if the defenders aren't getting enough ball against this attacking end. And Monica Faulkner, she's been sharing that goal attack bib with Filda Vui. But let's take a closer look at this home side. There's no sugarcoating at Scar. They had a horror round 2. What needs to change?
Well, it's connections, and on that attack, even Ignacio herself talked about they just weren't able to adapt to what the Stars were putting out, and they're really going to have to step up and figure that out, because defensively, Mystics have been playing really well.
We're having a look at some of those errors now. How much of these errors comes down to personal accountability?
It's probably the first place you need to look as a player is what can I do better, just the basics, but also how am I going to connect to my teammates? And I think that's a really big one for them, the connections.
We're talking about connections down the other end for the Magic on defence. The effort is there, they're getting their hands to ball, but how do they convert them into games?
Well, for me watching, it's tips individually. I think, again, it's playing together to create ball for each other. So you can get balls off working hard by yourself, but what I want to see and what they'll need to do in this game against Mystics is play together and create for each other.
Elena McCarty matches up well against Grace Wiki. What would you like to see her do today?
Elena? Yeah. I think I need to see her come off the body, give herself room to attack in the air, but some deception again. You've got to make those mid-quarters in the Mystics not sure where the space is, so it's a big job for the goalkeeper there.
Yeah, well, let's flip it and talk about the Mystics, and flipping it indeed, because they have been great on defence. No issue getting their hands on the ball, Scar.
Oh, absolutely. That unit's been together for a while now, and on the flip side, you can see them really working well together and creating ball for each other, not reacting, making the attackers unsure of where the space is and directing them.
Taylor Earl, there she is on your screen. She was your round 2 MVP for the Mystics. What are you liking about her start of the season?
Well, she's a quiet one in terms of you've got Toyava there that's the main feeder, but Earl is someone that has played with her, creates the space and isn't afraid to feed it. So it's not like defenders can come up against them and go, let's just shut down Toyava. Earl steps up and does a great job as well.
And it's not just her work on attack. You talk about that unit defence for the Mystics. She's a key part of that cog. What do you like about her defensive game?
Again, it's that connection with Sokolic Beatson, that wing defence centre out the front, really shutting down the middle and attacking ball. So she's come a long way, because I would have described her more as a bit more of a man-on player, but she's evolved into be able to now play in that unit D.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Filda Vui is getting the start at goal attack. Monica Faulkner, though, she's been sharing that role a bit. Why do you think Filda gets the start, and what are you expecting to see from Monica when she comes out on court?
Well, I'm not sure why Filda gets the start today. I think they both bring something unique, so I guess they're playing around with that. But for Monica, she has that experience. She's not afraid to let that long one go either. She's explosive and powerful if she gets that room to move. So I would expect to see her come on for sure.
And how does it change up the defensive efforts of the Magic? How different are they in terms of the role they play in goal attack?
Well, I think Magic playing a Faulkner is someone that they really need to shut down her movement. Fui's a bit more sit out and will come in maybe a bit slower. So a little subtle change defensively, but Magic really need to connect whoever's on court.
Speaking of someone who's always connected on defence, it's Phoenix Karaka. The Mystics defence have had a great start to the season. We caught up with Phoenix a little bit earlier.
Phoenix, great couple of opening weeks for the Mystics, but if you're being really super critical, are there any areas that you would still like to be a little bit better at?
Yeah, I guess after last week's game, definitely our start, and also being able to, when we know what we're coming up against, the different styles that we know that we're good at playing, and the fact that we can change it up in our attacking end. I think we let ourselves down a little bit last week, but the fact that we were able to keep grinding all the way through to half time, and then to be able to pull away in the last 2 quarters was, pretty stoked.
So what sort of adjustment then do you need to make when you come up against a team like the Magic?
We know that they're quite physical aerial team on defence, so with having Grace in there, we've got to change it up. We can't always be giving that big ball into G. We've got to give those flat, hard, fast passes, and that's what we've been working on this week. Also defensively, they've got some strong shooters in the back, and so we've just got to be creative in how we're getting ball, and I think we're doing that quite well to start the season off. But towards the middle of the season, we kind of get a bit fatigued, and people start reading what we're doing, so we need to change it up, and I think that's what we're very lucky with in our team, is that we're very versatile.
Great insight by Phoenix Karaka. She's always so honest, but let's take a look at our Sky Broadband key matchup. We've gone with Charlotte Alley up against Peta Toiava. Tell me why, Sky.
Well, I'm looking forward to this because, as we said, Toiava is their main feeder, but Charlotte Alley's a player that can really smother an attacker and keep it, and she can win a foot race with Toiava, so I want to see her really shut her down.
Both very experienced players. Who's going to have the smarts out on court today?
Oh, look, I probably have to say Toiava. I mean, she's a classic, really knows the game well. She's a master of the game.
All right, I have a feeling I know what you're going to say, but final predictions?
Well, I have to say, Mystics are firing on all cylinders, but I would really love to see Magic give them a good run.
All from us. Let's go down to Nigel Yeldon.
Walkato, no mai haere mai. Well, the Mystics have been rolling nicely in the first fortnight. The Magic, not so. But if there's one thing that fires up a team from the Waikato Bay of Plenty, the opportunity to go up against Big Sister from the other side of the Bombay. So glad that you're with us. Magic always seem just to give the Mystics a little bit of niggle early in the season. As our umpires make their way out on the court, that's going to be a key matchup here. We've already seen these great matchups right across the court. Underway in Glowbox in Hamilton.
Contact, goal defence.
Big night as always for a defensive combination when Wiki is on court. It's going to be full de vue with the first shot. Magic. And the Mystics are away. Now the area where the Magic just battled ever so slightly in terms of those connections, as we saw Storm and Anna highlight brilliantly in our pre-game show. Interested to see whether there can just be... Is it a little more patience as well that they need, Anna?
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. They're doing right here. They're being sure of the ball. They're not afraid to pass it around. And that's a great start from Mez to get that confident longer shot in.
Good little crowd here as well. Vocal too.
It's definitely a miscommunication there from Earl over to Wiki.
And already you're seeing early on Kairi and Pakarangi being very active in trying to confuse a bit of space. Lovely athleticism there from Ikanasio. Equally from Toiava.
Advantage offside, wing attack.
Lovely from Earl. Nice cut back to the top of the circle there and a confident feed in that time.
So centre pass will be with the Magic. Let's have a look at this again. It's that established combination. There's lovely balance.
Advantage obstruct, advantage contact, wing defence.
Sticks again doing a great job, just shutting down that middle channel.
Go in, Magic.
Mez not able to pull that in.
Time.
Did you feel as though that play was on? Because look, we can sit here and talk about, connections and passes going here, and it's also about decision making as well. Did you feel that pass was on to go?
Yeah, I thought it was I did actually think that was on. I'm not. Yeah, it's a hands of Mez maybe, but again, it's not a great start because then you're a bit hesitant next time you go to think twice about letting that ball go.
There's another combination of Earl and Wiki, and straight away the coach is smiling, and justifiably so. And they get the centre pass as well. So the opportunity for the Mystics to
wing defence.
Get a nice early buffer. Just over 2.5 gone. And there it is, just like that. They're out to 3. They just need a little settler here. It's a good movement, good passing. Ball dropping through the net. That's nice.
That was good. Splitting the D, working it round.
Put goalkeeper beside. Structuring goal defence. Goal defence beside the goalkeeper.
And after all of that, Ignacio with her first. Yeah, but just like that, you
Using
see...
the goalpost free pass.
Well, I was going to say, you could see the difference in terms just in the confidence and the speed with the passing.
Contact shooter.
A little there, and after rattling the post, gives Irina Makati a little bit of a rattle as well. Kirsten and Mez.
Fitzpatrick really trying to keep Mez wide for a long shot.
It was good work by Ignacio, but Earl's the one who ends up with it.
Wiki a long way from the goalpost, able to get straight back under though. Walkato should pick her up a bit earlier than that.
We are looking.
Advantage offside, wing defence.
Nice shot.
Magic.
Ildavui with a couple of nice shots to get her account underway this evening.
Centre contact. At the top of the circle.
So that's something that a lot of these players would love to be involved in, that Netball World Cup. She gets rolling around quick. You look at it, we're already midway through March.
Let's really watch the Mystics on their centre pass. They have a lot, very clear on their structures. I think the attackers set up very early. Toiava's the general in that.
Obstruction arms before goal defence. That's it.
It really is incredibly organised. You do talk about Toiava very much the general, and you've got Earl doing so much work as well. It's that complementary skill and the game plan as well to utilise those complementary skills. One of the reasons why the Mystics have been so much to the fore in the ANZ Premiership. Magic really still searching for that same level of cohesion. Shot from Ignacio. When we see it, it looks really good. They're just battling to, I guess, find that consistency that we see from the Mystics.
Yeah, that definite movement, that surety of where they're going and what they're creating. They're just still a little bit hesitant in their movements on attack, in my opinion. That was a massive risk. Wiki did an amazing job to pull that in then.
The pass was great, but what Wiki did to keep that ball in is absolutely outstanding. Have a look at this. That's wonderful, and then the dart straight back. Ball.
Off the wing defence.
A little break there for the home side.
Straight in front of me.
You can see how hard they're having to work comparatively. They're hanging in here though. Keeping it within two, so to get one breaker centre pass. Well, that's another lovely play from Nweki.
And it's a great example of why you can't sort of leave the goal attack and the Mystics alone, because both of them are able to put up that long shots, but it's particularly Vui is great.
It's going to be fun tomorrow night. Battle of the South. You just know that Steel side's going to come good at some stage. And Harrison, there's just too much talent in it.
Oh, yeah, they're renowned for their resilience. They've had some serious setbacks over the years, but they always fight back. So it's a team you never think that's done.
Especially when their opposition wears red with a bit of black in it as well. That'll help fire up those Southern ladies.
Nothing like a South Island battle.
The Magic just hanging in there. You see the statistics.
Throw and Mystics.
Just the tip there
by
of
the goalpost.
Wait, McIdy.
Next to the goalpost. No, this side, goal attack this side.
That was nice from Walkato to get a tip to that.
Centre contact hold.
Kirsten and Toyava. Oh, lovely when she turns and shoots. She's got a great release. Lovely rhythm when she's in that particular spot.
Magic just got nobody punching through to create that flow-on attack.
Yeah, just there off court.
A little shake of the head from the coach on the far side. An entry into the notebook.
Advantage offside, wing attack.
There, that mismatch with Weki. That's the height advantage.
You just get the sense, Anna, as you're watching the Magic defence, that they're literally just a half second away, that extra step. At some point it's going to come right. We're going to see them with more deflections, more clean intercepts.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm liking, they're looking a bit better this week, so I am expecting to get a few more touches. They need to do something about that long feed. They are finding Weki. There needs to be a bit more work done over the ball further out.
There you see the Mystics perfect through this first quarter of the match. That's better. Nice skill again from Mez.
Just going to say Ignacio doing a lot of movement out the top there to draw.
Toyava, another, just continually moves and looks. Earl as well. Hands in there.
I'd like to see Takarangi just hold up Vui a little bit more, restrict her ability to move and roll that top.
Charlotte Alley thought she had one. There's more a connection from Toyava to Wiki.
Magic.
Ignacio. Nice work. Little ball up. Mez. Nice work. Tipping it to her shooting colleague.
Obstruction goalkeeper.
That is one thing that the Magic do well. Both Mez and Ignacio, very athletic, good long arms as well. Funny feeling we're going to have a fair bit to talk about on that Inside Netball podcast. If the first fortnight of the ANZ Championship is ANZ Premiership is anything to go by, anyway, I'm sure the ladies will have a bucket load of content.
Advantage obstruction centre. Causing contact centre.
Oh, I thought that was unlucky there. Would do well to get this back.
As a husband, I've been on the end of a very similar stare to what Claire Kirsten just gave the umpires there, and I know it doesn't mean a good thing.
Look at that straight line.
Advantage offside centre. Wing defence contact.
We have a really letting them rip in there to Wiki.
Just hold time.
Wiki's hands are pretty good mitt.
Yep, just outside without.
Doing well.
What's actually impressed me with Grayson, it's something we probably don't touch on a lot. She's had a few instances, as there's Vui with another shot that rattles in, where she's had to sort of tiptoe along the baseline. We don't often talk about her feet. She does have very good foot movement, good body control.
Absolutely, and one thing you could say about the taller shooters is that they may be not as mobile, but she's definitely able to hold her own, good balance and good control. So she's grown in strength, which makes her just so hard to play against.
It's extraordinary, such an amazing talent, still so young, feels like she's been around forever. Lovely rainbow shot.
With the arm.
That's one against Karaka though, so just a little break for the Magic.
Throwing an arm out a bit too much there, trying to screen out for the rebound. Oh, Ignacio did a great job to get that through the arms of the two Mystics defenders. Fitzpatrick really restricting Mez's ability to go where she wants to in that circle.
It's the contrast, though, isn't it? The Magic are having to work so hard. They've had to work so hard for their 8 goals. Whereas when it comes back the other end, you can see Sokolich beats and getting the hand in, forcing it, and the Mystics have scored 3 in a row, and here's a chance to make it 4.
Full contact.
And it is 4 in a row.
Mystics.
Okay, it was nice for Walkato to come out and slow down that second phase, but not connected enough.
Obstruction, goal
And
defense.
she left for her
Magic.
teammate Taka Rangi to come in and take that ball.
To the final 90 seconds of the first, and the Mystics have just pulled away. There's the last 10 goals. Lots of blue. Not too much red, yellow and black. Oh, Ignazio takes a real tumble there.
I think that's Mez, but the switch from Fitzpatrick
Can we grab a
and
towel, please,
Kalaka is
girls?
beautiful.
Can we grab a towel?
The timing,
Can we grab a towel, please?
Kalaka coming in, but just unable to stop.
It was Bailey Mears. My apologies for that.
Then just going to wipe right the way up.
It does help that she's made of rubber. She does have a tendency to bounce back. We've seen her have a couple of pretty significant falls, and then she just seems to just, oh, yep, okay, brush it off, get back into it. Nonplussed.
I'm disappointed she wasn't able to flip that one into the goalpost, though, from falling out of court.
Don't forget, after that Southern Derby, Courtney and Cruz with Netball Zone for you. Oh, that's lovely work. That's beautiful interplay.
Just way too easy for Mystics. Magic just reacting, the short pass back straight after the centre pass. It's just, they're just 1 step, 2 steps behind reacting.
Advantage obstruction when you
Now a
attack.
little bit more defensive intensity coming through mid-court. Great work by the Mystics. Magic having to work so hard. Rattles around, it's another rebound. Would be interesting. I think the shot map for the Mystics, I can't think of too many sort of in that sort of metre zone of the goal. They've just been shooting a lot of them from sort of mid-range. All the way out to the edge of the circle. Inside the final 20 seconds, and Mystics, they can take their time if they want.
Defense, circle edge.
Yeah, they're taking their time, or the Magic did a great job holding them up there, because as soon as it gets close to the wiki, they can let it go.
Mystics.
Just like that, the advantage is at double digits. And that is a very impressive opening by the Mystics. They lead by 10 as we head to the first break in Hamilton.
drive toward the ball. I know that you're sort of holding, but this is where we need you to take an extra step forward, then something might come through. Mills, I want you to keep going to post. I'd rather that you miss it.
Do that last one, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
If I could, and then the second.
Hey, while you're here, cut the front, all right? So we're offloading and then we're waiting for something to happen. You create it, get in there and cut the front and then see it come again, okay? When it's a definite movement.
Yeah, great insight there, listening to Mary Jane Araroa. And then you could see the animation and the conversation between the Magic shooting circle. I'll tell you what, there's no issues in terms of the Mystics shooting circle. And Peta Toiava, my goodness gracious me, she's just been dropping dimes in there, hasn't she?
Yeah,
great passing.
Been letting some long balls go, long feeds, even a turnover for her. So started really strong. Definitely Magic need to shut her down and make life hard for her, because at the moment she's just reading the space in the play too easily.
Wing defence.
There you see it once again, that fantastic connection. Well, we heard from the Magic. Let's see what's being said down there on the Mystics bench. Storm Purvis, what was the message?
Well, I have a spoiler alert for you guys. Tia Winakiri is planning on making a planned change throughout this quarter in the goal attack position. She went straight to Phil Bui, wants her to go to the post, says you don't need to offload, you're a confident shooter, back yourself, and then kind of whispered, by the way, I'm going to give you the eyes and you're going to call time and Monica's going to come on at some stage during this quarter. She also wants Grace Nwikika to go straight up or into the ball and not just to go back and up, because she thinks she's losing her balance a little bit. But otherwise, all very positive on this Mystics bench.
Thanks a lot, Storm. Yeah, well, it's great to have that weapon to be able to bring a Monica Faulkner into the game when you've already got a player like Phil Bui starting for you. Bang, just like that. They don't muck around the Mystics, and they're into the 20 margins already. Leading by 11.
This is an important centre pass for Magic. Just to settle in, not let it blow out at the beginning of the second quarter.
Just with the wing attack.
Toiava being infringed.
Vantage contact, wing defence.
Well, we heard the message that was coming out of Mary Jane Araroa. Let's see whether the shooting combination do as asked. Good attempt by Ricky to keep it in, but turnover.
That's it.
See if Magic can treasure this. Oh, a bit of a dodgy start, but they've got it.
Good work by Vuian and Wiki, making it very difficult to get out of the defensive third.
Nobody's coming forward on Magic. It's just a little bit hesitant and timing's out. It doesn't look like a nice flow.
The difference between that team with confidence and the team searching for confidence.
Contact, goal defence. Push.
Karaka.
Anna, take a step forward. No, towards me. Come towards me. Yeah.
Fitzpatrick is so good at getting that rebound spot. And a lot of their gains have come from that, with Magic's shooting percentage is just a bit low, and Fitzpatrick especially able to pull in those rebounds, I should say.
That's better.
Obstruction, arms before, yeah.
To the post, Ekanasio. Nice pass by Wilbur. I'm sure that's the sort of thing that Mary Jane Araroa was looking for.
Yeah, the feeder needs to see a really strong movement from their attacker to have the confidence to let that go. Any sort of slow up or sort of not confident movement just puts that hesitation in. And it's a beautiful pull from Vui. Opens it up for the feeder to see Weki straight under the post.
Again, we'll see the conversion rates from centre pass. Very impressive from the Mystics, and that's why they've got the advantage. Shooters roll there. And a little wiggle of the fingers as well.
It's just letting the ball go, changing the angle of the feed. The defensive Magic just reacting. It's hard yakka in there for them. better second phase for Magic.
Wing defence contact.
Sokolich beats in there.
Wing attack just there.
It always looks like she's having so much fun. Walkato Sokolich beats in.
Wow, we haven't seen her for so long. I think she's just relishing being out there again, and it's just so great to see her playing
Breaking goal attack.
great, connecting with her teammates.
Movement, gee, that's sharp.
Honestly, if you just watch Toyava, she's just moving where she wants to. She steps back, holds, punches through. You have to take away her ability to go when and where she wants to.
Contact, goal defence, knee. Goal defence beside.
Trying to hold her ground, but a little bit too pushy with the knee. Great finish from Nez.
Time, Mystics goal attack.
Well, there we go, the change that Storm told us about.
Pretty early in the second quarter.
28th of July cannot come quickly enough. That's going to be some Netball World Cup, I suspect.
Construction.
Straight away, Walkato, but I lost it back. Ooh. That was probably, the crowd doesn't like that. They think that was Faulkner's contact.
Yeah, I think the home crowd's got a bit of a case with regards to that one.
Yes, there, goal shooter, goalkeeper, step up.
There's confirmation of that change with Vuioff and Faulkner. Spent plenty of time at the Magic as well before moving north.
The recovery from Fitzpatrick into the circle to shut off that pass to Mez. So good.
Replay.
Just not able to
outside.
come into that.
Replay ball is the call. Hung in there at 8.
Contact, goal defence.
Going for that one there was Takarangi.
Obstruction, sorry, it's obstruction centre, outside.
Corey Nichols and
Contact
Zach
ball.
Middleton, our umpires for the game. There's Faulkner. The contrast. Pensive in one box, a lot more relaxed in the other.
Oh, that's great vision from Sokolich. Beats in there. Again, the movement from Mystics to draw the D. Opens it up so nicely for Wiki under the post.
Just like that, the Mystics with 3 in a row.
Obstruction, goal
The
attack.
Magic had got the advantage down to 8. And an intercept opportunity that they couldn't hold on to. Nice work by Mez on the rebound.
Time.
Back to 10.
Time, please. Mystics wing attack.
A change coming here. And Toyava heads off. Earl's going to move into wing attack, and Katie Tiao comes on at centre.
I think this is an exciting
Mystics
change
centre.
for the Mystics. I think it'd be great if Earl could add wing attack to her box of chicks. We mainly see her at that centre. Quite different positions, less of longer leads and the short sharp. And it'd be great to see what the Mystics can do without that general Toyava on court.
But, obstruction, wing defence.
Well, listen in, there's the coach of the Mystics. Let's see what she's making of all of this.
Because Mons was in the front.
Yeah, but why is she getting pushed off?
Needs more space.
Advantage, obstruction, goal attack.
Come on, get to that, Katie.
Work in the orange, Katie!
Next phase. Up on that, come on.
Contact, keep up, push.
Oh, come on.
See the front, Taylor! See the front! See both!
Magic. Advantage offside centre.
Yes, Peanut! Oh, just can't let it run in.
Mystics.
Feeling it get out reasonably relaxed. Rob Wright, maybe not so. He's riding this game pretty hard as Rob, even though his team's got an advantage, which is now cut back to 8. That goal from Nweki drops a little, well, stops the little nice 3-goal run the Magic had going.
It's a nice little surge for Magic. They want to build on this, keep pushing. They're not a team to roll over, so definitely expecting them to fight back hard. Billboard just too much on that. Maybe just a bit early for Mez too. The space and timing had just passed to make it nice and clean.
We've seen a good win by the Stars over the Pulse. Watching Magic Mystics, and tomorrow night the Southern Derby, Steel Tactics in the Deep South. Now the advantage just like that. The Mystics go back to back. Now that's the sort of play the Magic want to see a little bit more of.
Centre Mystics, circle edge.
It's a classic example of thinking about the next pass early part.
So rattles at home.
Magic.
Nice line from Ignacio. A beautiful hold from Mez. Kept Kalaka just up. Had all that space under the post.
Mystics.
That's the sort of play when you're doing the video review tomorrow. It's like that. That's what we're looking for. That's delightful in that bottom corner.
Contact, goal defence.
With the podcast as well, which as we say, there's going to be plenty of stuff already. We're only just coming near a game and a half of this third round of the ANZ Premiership. Plenty to be discussed on Inside Netball, that is for sure. Little grin there from Monica Faulkner.
Advantage breaking wing defence. Advantage offside centre.
Magic actually with an advantage in this quarter, but having given up 10 though in that
centre obstruction.
First 15. Shot by Mez.
Break, goal defence, in the middle.
This is quite a key little 4.5 minute period here for the Magic. Anna, they're just hanging, they're lurking. It's sort of they get it to 8 and then opportunity to try and cut it down even more. But if they could just maybe get it to 8, maybe get it down to 7 or 6-2 by the break, it'd still be feeling as though they're in this with 30 to play.
Oh, absolutely. And there's 4 minutes is a long time in netball, and if they can secure these set of passes of their own,
advantage offside centre,
then they can definitely stay in touch and chip away at it.
Lovely play by Karaka.
Centre and offside.
And it's drawing the admiration as well of Anna Harrison, I think you'll find.
The movement of Karaka and Fitzpatrick really working together. They isolate the goal attack with the ball when she's got it around that top of the circle, just making it so hard for them. And I'm also impressed with Sokolich Beatson and Tiao and Earl when she was back in that centre position. Their intensity on the circle edge to make that feedback out really difficult.
Here's a key moment right now for the Magic. Clean pick in the chance.
Advantage obstruction, wing defence.
They can drop this in. This is a big shot from Mez.
Mez, you could just see she looks straight away for the pass, and when a shooter does that and then looks to the post as a defender, it's a big red flag that she's not confident.
Now the Mystics happy to slow it down here.
Oh, look, Wiki out of the circle. Nice work, Kirsten.
Well, they're going to get a second crack at this. Can they be a bit more efficient, patient and accurate? The answer is no.
Still a bit messy. Kind of from both teams, some of the catching and the old catching, passing and netball.
It almost looks a little bit like maybe it almost looks more like the final 4 minutes of maybe a blowout game.
Yeah, and the Mystics just caught up again. Losing their flow, both teams.
Just as a throw, just straight forward.
Just about taking out camera.
Tell you what, she's an athlete, Michaela Sokolic-Beecham. She was absolutely flying. She's hurdled the advertising hoardings and managed to avoid a camera.
Yeah, she's a workhorse, someone that you definitely want to go out to battle with. Put everything out there.
I have a funny feeling she may have been tempted to grab a bit of sushi on the way back through there just quietly as she went running into the corporate areas. Bit of in-game sustenance. Is that allowed?
I don't think trying to breathe with a mouthful of sushi is recommended.
It is Michaela Sokolic-Beecham we're talking about though here, Andy. You never know, I'm sure she could. Lead is down to 7. Magic have got the last 2.
Advantage obstruction, goal attack.
Took a while to score that last goal, but this is definitely a critical moment for Magic.
Tiao just about had that one.
Contact keeper. No, but you're using your knee to push her off her space. Beside and away.
Fitzpatrick's always one to just clarify what's happening, what she's getting called up for.
Lead down to 6. Last 3 in a row for Magic. Now a change coming here. See Kirsten heading to the bench. The lead down to 6.
That surprises me. I think Kirsten is the experience that you want down in that mid-court attacking end.